Today I'm going to talk about something that's pretty important to me, and I did try and record it the other day, but the wind got it, so I am kind of going by memory of what I said and adding to it. I think it might be a long one. But it is something that I want you to think about, whether you're living authentically right now and speaking your truth. It's something that I constantly have to remind myself to do. There are not many places in this world where you can speak your truth or explore your truth. There's all these social norms, what that group is thinking, what that person is thinking, what society has sort of conditioned us to believe, and you having to fit into what is expected, what other people expect you to say, what other people expect you to think, what they are conditioned to believe, and what you are conditioned to believe. I want to speak my truth, but I've been brought up to be a good girl, to not cause a stir, to conform, and I want to conform. I want to live in harmony with the world, with the people around me, with my family and with my friends, and with my community. I'm basically a law-abiding little muppet. I'm a never do the wrong thing kind of girl. I wait for the little green man before I cross the road. Ask my friends. I obey the laws while I'm driving. I do the right thing. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I follow the rules. But I'm also an observant little muppet. I see some things in this world that others seem to ignore. Not only do they ignore it, but they seem to be numb to it or blind to it. Maybe because they too are good, law-abiding little citizens. The shit that is going on in the world, some of the things our governments are doing, and what we, the people, are allowing to happen on a global scale. What happens when a good, law-abiding little muppet doesn't think the people who are running things are doing the right thing? That they don't have our best interests at heart, that they are corrupt to the core, that they are disgusting, that dark forces have taken over, that they are harming us and out of control. How does a good person who wants to do the right thing, what do they do in that situation? On the one hand, we've been told our entire lives to do the right thing, to obey the law, to appease our family, friends, community, society, and on the other hand, we're looking at a sick, corrupt world, and the people running things are destroying everything. For me, it's researching. It's trying to stay conscious of what's going on in the world, but also trying to improve myself and seeking out ideas on how to wake up the masses, because I believe that it's hard for one person to try and do anything, obviously. Otherwise, all the people out there who can see what's going on in the world would have done something by now. So I'm always seeking that, trying to find a way to reach the sheeple, the zombies, the people who don't really care what's going on, but they want to do the right thing. But how do I get them to actually do the right thing? And myself as well. I'm just as disturbed that I don't do anything. And I'll talk about that much deeper on another video. That's not the purpose of this video. But today's topic is speaking your truth. I am going to create a long video on that in a second. I did already create it, but the audio didn't work out because I recorded it in the park and there was a lot of wind. It is going to be a long-winded ramble, so I thought I'd create this quick little video first as sort of an introduction to that one, of why I think it's so important that we speak our truth, to not be afraid to seek out the truth and discover the truth and discover your own truth, and then speak your truth as it is today. Because I believe that is the beginning, that is the start. The first step in reaching the masses is to get them to feel okay with thinking for themselves, to remove the blinders, to remove the shackles. And to do that, you kind of need to give them a tiny bit of freedom. They need to listen to that voice inside of them. And they need to give that voice, that little voice, an actual voice. And not just to save the world, but to first save themselves. People are living a life of misery. Some are happy, living in the prison of their mind, because they don't even know that they're in a prison, so they're happy. But most, I would guess, are sick, sad, stressed out, really struggling to make sense of their lives. They can't even be part of the solution of this world. They can't help humanity when their own lives are in total chaos. And I might have my own little theories about why that is, whether that's on purpose or not. But let's not focus on that either today, because that just gets us distracted from the first step. To become part of the solution, people need to get their freedom over their lives back. They need to first get control over their own lives, over their own mind, and to become free thinkers before we can even begin to get them to start giving a crap about what's going on in the world, especially to others that need our help. And I know more than anyone how hard it is to speak your truth. I've completely changed personalities, friends, my entire life, now that I have started speaking my truth. So I know how big a deal it is, but I also know it's life-changing in a good way, not in a bad way. That giving up this fake mask, what you tell the world you are. Because I'm a good, law-abiding little muppet that has been brought up to please others, to obey, conform, I'm going to share my experience on how I woke up to this. And I hope that it reaches others who it needs to reach at this time. So that is what my Speak the Truth video will be about.